in this throwback hard point. 3 seconds left. Let's get on into it.
You know, I really want to see Meaningful put up a huge game here. Like we said, he's missing his teammates who, you know, like when you look at InHuman, they have some, you know, good players on that team. I think they're, you know, a very well balanced team. So, you know, we'll see. Meaningful looks like he might get a two-piece right off the bat.
Already starting off strong. Yeah, taking out both Chroma and Wired Terror, 2 strong players for sure. And yeah, 2 kills for him. And as well, the substitute Atomics and Obscure both have 2 kills of their own. So I think overall, InHuman just doing great in the slaying department. You got a couple players for them on the hill itself. 1 shot and Atomics, racking up some seconds.
Meaningful knows they're going to make that left side push, though. He checked there early, but, you know, Hypnotic going to push their way through and probably hit them from the flank right here.
Yeah, I think that was smart of Hypnotic to push through Barnside, try to get these back spawns here. Let's take a quick look at Vexic. He does take out Obscure, so he's going to have this Lime area locked down. Kind of getting overwhelmed there with a lot of players as we see InHuman push in. So we have Atomics on hill, and InHuman's going to take back what looked like a really early rotation and possibly an advantage for Hypnotic.
I mean, yeah, and, you know, they're finally grabbing some time here on hill, Hypnotic. You know, they're without Jibby tonight, who, you know, pretty quality player on their team. We got a Jar, who we just saw die, who's filling in tonight. But you know, I want to see Wired Terror put up some kills. You know, he's one of the better slayers in the league.
He's got himself 2. Can he make it 3?
I think he can, and he does.
An electric shot from Wired Terror. He just snaps on with that NV4. Great choice for him this game. If he can pick this kill off Lemon, I mean, he gets an assist there as Vexic picks up the kill. But overall, nice swing of momentum that we see Hypnotic bringing here as we move into our next hill over on Bicycle Path.
Yeah, I think this was really, you know, that hard point was huge for Hypnotic. Wired Terror picking up another 2-piece right there.
Ooh, Meaningful is able to take him out. Let's hop on board with InHuman and see what they're doing here. We've got a K-Bar in hill. It's going to be 1 shot. And just contesting right now here on Bike Path. As he jumps up, though, take note, Hypnotic is actually racking up those points. So he actually doesn't want to jump. He wants to stay low. Meaningful getting 2 kills. Good for him. And 1 shot. Peeks forward and actually does not take out Ajar there. I'm sorry, Ajar. Ajar is able to get the kill off of him. And Vexic will be on site for Hypnotic. Hypnotic with a lead of about twice as many points as InHuman. InHuman coming back around Lemon side of Bike Path.
Still a close game, though. Still a very close game. See that flank there.
Let's take a look at
Meaningful.
InHuman. 3 kill streak. He's got, I'm sorry, Meaningful. Caster's Curse hits him, though. I do that a lot. I call Meaningful InHuman and vice versa. Chroma on hill. Yeah, I like mistake the names, but Chroma just getting some last second time there as the hill's about to rotate over to baseball. Ajar gets picked off as he tried to push blue, and now it's going to be up to Chroma and Hypnotic's mid push here, but
nice kill there by Chroma.
Yeah, but take a look, InHuman is for the most part pretty much locking down the baseball hardpoint.
1 shot with a nice shot. I mean, and it's rough because, like, you know, these 3 players, we've never seen them before here. We don't know what they're really capable of. You know, so far their stat lines aren't bad. Meaningful, of course, you know, the one variable that stays constant. He's putting up a good game.
1 shot, getting a little cheeky there with the Scarab. Hypnotic, though, getting plenty of time. Let's see if InHuman can execute a team break to try to pick the last 15 seconds or so up on this hill. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're going to see InHuman start to rotate. It looks like Meaningful is just trying to contest a little bit, kind of get in their heads and keep them shaken up. But look at the positioning here from Hypnotic. You have some mid-map control as Ajar goes down there. But Vexic's still in mid-map. He's going to take out 1 shot. And I think, wow, just like that, InHuman pretty much broke up the control that Hypnotic had on mid. And they're going to take some time as we finish our first rotation of hardpoints.
I like the setup Meaningful has right here. He took his eyes off the left street, which he could have picked himself up a kill or 2 right there. But as we see that InHuman's setup is just kind of like falling apart. But yeah, they had momentum, I feel like, right there. Meaningful and Atomic both picking up kills.
Yeah, you know, I think it was locked down for InHuman there for a while, but Hypnotic just came back, was able to break and kind of disperse the teams there. It looks like InHuman actually regained control of the mid hill, But with 15 seconds left, you really have to be thinking about the next one and how you are going to opt to rotate. So if you look at a player like Chroma right now, he's pushed far up the right side over by Lemon. And he's just going to be trying to cut off the players from InHuman as they try to rotate into the barn here. Because they know this is the next hill and they got to lock it down. But Chroma did move away. So now InHuman is actually pushing through Lemon, pushing through Grandma's house over by Lime already. And they're going to make themselves kind of known here in just a few seconds and give themselves some good map presence.
I like that move there by One Shot, doing a nice job picking off that guy, checking the street as he gets picked.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but it looks like Vexic answered back.
Vexic's having himself a nice game.
Yeah, but take a look at Obscure here real quick. I just want to go to him. He's on a 7-kill streak over by Lime. Dominating, but finally gets taken out. But I think Wired Terror. Some back and forth, but I mean, that hill looked like it was mostly Hypnotic kind of taking control there. Now InHuman has a chance to bring it back. One Shot's in hill with the K-bar.
This is a nice job here by One Shot. Just nice punch.
Little ground pound action coming in.
One Shot doing a great job at staying alive and help, get time for his team here on this hard point.
Yeah, he's on a 4 streak, so good for him. 15 and 10, nicely positive there. 39 seconds himself, so that's definitely a help. And I think we're kind of seeing a player like Atomics on InHuman taking most of the hill time, being that objective player for the most part.
Yeah, see right there, the only problem I have with that is One Shot. He runs out of behind cover before he's even done reloading and then just gets himself picked after being on a 5 or 6 streak.
Yeah, I think it's definitely hard to kind of remember those fundamentals at certain times, when you're under a lot of pressure. So for sure, that's exactly what happened. He peeked out when he was still reloading, and, well, you guys know what happens next. Hypnotic taking control of the hill here, pushing InHuman way back on the bike path. They're over by the trolley, over by movie theater.
Nice 2-piece, though, by the jar before getting taken out. And, this is really back and forth battle we're seeing right here.
Yeah, it really is. Definitely close. And, it makes me wonder if InHuman had the regular squad, how much closer it would be. I think this kind of thrown together squad is putting up a great performance against Hypnotic right now, holding their own.
Nice pre-fire by Wired Terror.
Yeah, Wired Terror
reminding them why
electric.
is one of the best Slayers in Breakout League.
Absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt, one of the stronger Slayers, period.
Ooh, Wired Terror caught in a pretty rough spot right there. Looked like he maybe slid when he didn't mean to, but 23 kills for Wired Terror, 23 kills from Meaningful. This is a close one.
Yeah, exactly how we put it. These are going to be your top 2 Slayers that you have to keep an eye on. They're going to put up the scores on the stat sheet, and it's going to be up to the other players to step up when needed and provide those, like we talked about last match, the intangibles, the things that aren't going to show up on the scoreboard, but definitely help your team win.
Nice setup by InHuman here. Grab very valuable timer. Vexic breaking it up, though.
Yeah, that was a big kill for Vexic. It actually allowed Hypnotic to kind of push through. I don't know if they're going to be able to capitalize as One Shot got the double kill there.
I'm surprised with Vexic's play this game. I feel like in other games he's played more of a support, but he has over a minute on hill, 20 kills. I feel like he's putting together a really nice game today.
Take a look at Chroma, though. Doing what he does best, kind of being that sneaky kind of flank style. He's behind them right now.
Ooh, this could be rough here for Chroma.
Looks like he's got some help there. I think we're going to see One Shot pushing onto hill. And he is going to get taken out by Chroma. Chroma with a nice 2-piece there. He's going to try to hop on hill, get some time for his team, and extend their lead. It is a pretty close game, only within about 20-25 points or so. And Hypnotic definitely does not want it to get any closer.
This is going to be tough. Chroma, though, getting
Chroma going huge for his team right there. Vexic actually wrapping around the side here. I think we're going to see a setup on the next hill because we do only have about 10 seconds left on the mid-hard point.
I do have to say, I'm liking the slang that we're seeing from these subs on InHuman. They're putting together some great performances.
Yeah, and just as you talked about slang, big couple of kills from a jar right there. He did get help on one of them, but that should be 4 down in favor of Hypnotic, and they should be able to take this hard point with a relative large amount of ease. Here we see Meaningful kind of sneakily keeping himself in the back here. He does have that Centurion.
Ooh, nice play there by Meaningful.
Yeah, that was an important kill, I think, that he just got on Vexic. That could be a turning point.
Ooh,
here.
nice
wall bang through the white fence.
Taking out Wired Terror, which is a huge move. Wired Terror really slaying out.
And one of the things that we've been talking about and we're going to continue to kind of see is that when you watch these players like Meaningful and like Wired Terror, it just, you see why their stat sheet is so much better than some of these other plays. You see their movement, their decision making. It's on a different level sometimes, you know, just some of the plays that they make. And I think we saw some of that with Meaningful's play and the shot through the white fence there.
I think that was a really, really rough hard point for InHuman right there. If they grabbed any time, it wasn't a lot. So I think they have to do damage here on this next one.
Yep, big rotation. InHuman is going to be there. The only question is, can they hold it? The Centurion goes down, so that's definitely going to help them out to a degree. But, I mean, with 2 kills coming down in favor of Hypnotic, make it 3. I mean, how can they hold this? You know, Obscurity's going to come up top food. This is going to be a moment where you need to go big. Use this rocket, get some kills, take out Hypnotic. I mean, they're only 20 seconds away, 15 seconds away from winning. So InHuman really needs to go big here. They got 2 down in their favor. Meaningful is actually going to hop on site and clear that out to get some serious time here. With 30 seconds left, you can bring the game relatively close, but you really need to do something big here if you want to take this map. I mean, Hypnotic is just so close. 3 kills going down in favor of InHuman, a couple for Atomics, a couple for One Shot. And now with 2 players over 30 kills on InHuman, this could be the turning point that they need right here. 15 seconds, actually 10 seconds left on Hill. Take a look at the 3-man push here from Hypnotic as they rotate through. I think Ajar opts to go in top ticket for the cutoff here over by Bowling.
It looks like it might pay off.
Yeah, I mean, this could be a big setup. A couple kills going down in favor of InHuman. This is big. If Meaningful can break in, look at this. They actually got control of the hill with 205 to 236. InHuman could mount their comeback right here, and this could spell trouble for Hypnotic. Hypnotic pushing through blue right now.
This is huge. This hard point is the hard point that can make or break this game.
Yeah, Atomics is going to have to run in because you saw that team break coming out there for Hypnotic. These are big kills. He needs to get a couple here. Obscure, the last one in the relative area, is actually going to go down. So this could be the end here. Hypnotic on site. There needs to be a huge break coming out here with 2 seconds left. They need to contest, but they're not going to do it in time. And Hypnotic closes this out 250 to 217. There's the scoreboard. Check it out. Once again, like we expected, Wired Terror with 34 kills, topping his team. But One Shot and Meaningful, both over 30 kills for InHuman. And still, it didn't come out, you know, in the final score. So, Hypnotic, great team plays there, and they did wind up getting the win.
You gotta think, if InHuman had their full team, would the game still have the same ending? Would it have been that close? You gotta wonder, because, you know, Meaningful, great player, dropping 32 kills, playing with 3 subs, and they still put together a nice performance. You know, you can't take anything away, though, from Wired Terror dropping. Well, you look at Hypnotic's team, all 4 players have over 100, over a minute on Hill.
Yeah.
You know, they all slayed out. Every player in the lobby really slayed out. I feel like everybody was dying. Everybody had over 20 kills.
Yeah.
Everybody had over 20 deaths, you know? But, it's rough.
Yeah, like you said, I don't think the problem for InHuman was their slaying. 27 kills, 32 kills, 34 kills. Those are good numbers. That's what you want to see. Sadly, the hill time was just really nicely distributed when you take a look at a team like Hypnotic, and a better team effort, I think, overall. And that's what made the difference in the game. So, again, just taking a look at some of the KDs here. I know there's 3 subs, so it doesn't really play into it too much. But when you take a look at a team like Hypnotic, they're only hovering at about a 1.0. And, you know, you take a team, let's see where InHuman is at, 1.2. So that was a big difference there. You know, maybe the subs had something to do with this. But, again, it's only map 1. And, you know, hard point to search and destroy, as always, is a big difference. So we're going to take a look and see how it changes as we change our game types. So we're actually moving over to Hypnotic's host. So keep in mind, that was actually on InHuman's host.
It's rough. Like, even just a player like ability to have him in this game, like I throw him into the same, you know, type of class that you'd maybe see Original, who's a member of Question Mark, or Maradona of Rush. More like they'll slay out, they'll give you 20 kills a game, and they'll also give you almost a minute on Hill per game or a minute per Hill game.
Very versatile, I think is the right, yeah.
And, you know, it's rough. Kind of like a Slayer who picks up Hill time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you gotta think maybe if they had that, or like the communication is huge. You know, I'm assuming all 3 of the subs at least, you know, have a knowledge, because they played well. But still, you don't have the same chemistry, so
yeah,
it's rough.
I agree. I mean, we'll see. You know, who knows what exactly is going through with their communication. We might even, I guess we could probably try to work in a listen-in. I just don't know if any of the teams are actually in there. I think Hypnotic definitely is. We'll see if InHuman is as well, because that's definitely something that's always, you know, interesting to hear just exactly how their communication is going. So we'll take a look. I don't know if Search and Destroy is the map to do it. What do you think? Maybe
I think
not.
we can maybe wait for Precinct.
Yeah, map 4 Scorch Hardpoint would be good too. So we'll definitely do that. See, Hypnotic is blue, and InHuman is red. I think we are just about ready to go. So let's join into their game. I saw some of you guys are enjoying the music, so definitely type in !EHAX EX. It'll give you the SoundCloud link to this artist. He's the official DJ/producer of Breakout League. That being said, if you guys have a business that you do, or you're an esports organization, you want to kind of advertise or post a message, feel free to contact us. We'll do stuff like that for you in between games and work something out. Let's take a peek.
Gotta wait up
It looks like they're still setting up the rules. We do have all the players in the game right now, though. So,
okay.
All right, a lot of chat going on. Hypnotic, I like that. That's cool. Sweet. All right, a lot of hype. I love to see the support, guys. Again, we really appreciate you guys all coming out and watching all the matches. It means a lot to us, and keeps us hyped, keeps us into it, and just putting on a good show. And I think we've seen just, you know, I think I speak for both of us when I say we appreciate that you guys are always in the lobbies ready to go now. You know, I think it took a couple of weeks of teams getting used to it, but back in the beginning, we had to be like calling people up, bugging everybody to get online, get in the lobbies, but now everyone's ready and waiting for us, and we really appreciate the cooperation and the support and just the enthusiasm overall that you guys want to be here and want to play. So we thank you, and we look forward to continuing Breakout League and making it bigger and better with each passing season. So think we got, let's take a look. I just want to make sure everything is perfect here. We've got InHuman on UNSA. No, I lied. I'm sorry. We have Hypnotic on UNSA. Beautiful. That's perfect. And
right.
I forgot we actually have the overlay, so I'm going to apply that right now.
Who are you, if you had to call this one, who you think is going to take away this S&D?
It's a good question. What is it, Scorch?
Yeah.
I'm going to say InHuman. The reason I say that is because I think if you have individual skill, I think Search and Destroy is kind of, you're going to fare better in that situation. Maybe if you don't have the full chemistry that you have. I mean, if you have a respawn, you need the chemistry. You know, you need to have run-through situations in the past. Search and Destroy, you know, I think the individual skill can shine a little bit more in the rounds.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think InHuman might take this one, especially if, you know, you have your players like Atomics and One Shot were doing a great job. So if they can continue that into this Search and Destroy. It is Crusher. It's actually not supposed to be Crusher. It's supposed to be Scorch. So I hope they know that real quick. They're going to have to switch the maps. But once again, I'm just going to bring up the standings real quick. This is actually... Is this before the other game was played? Yeah, this is actually from before the other game was played, so we're going to bring that down. Standings are available on breakoutleague.org, guys.
Wait, go back real fast? Are you sure?
You want to see the standings?
Yeah, just real
So these
quick.
are the old standings before they were updated from last game. So right now in Sky is 1 and 3, Imperium's 2 and 2.
All right.
Yeah, that's the only difference there.
Second.
So this game is going to be big. This is going to determine who's in second place, the only team with 3 wins. And then the team with 2 and 2, it's all going to come down to win rate. So we don't exactly know where it's going to put them. And again, that depends on how many maps are lost from the team. So we'll see how it goes. This is really a really telling situation here. Nade shot with the HBR. All right, guys, we're jumping into the gameplay here. I'm going to turn off the music real quick. So here we go. Hypnotic is on the left. Boom. We are ready to go. We got the overlays rocking and rolling. I forgot to set them up last map, but I got them this time. So we're good. We're ready to go. And how about we give some love to one of the newer players? Let's hop on board with One Shot here.
One shot, one kill.
Punch in the air, getting hype, and getting ready. Rocking the K-bar.
I mean, I liked what I saw from One Shot last map.
Yeah, he definitely had some good plays. Let's see. Let's take a look here. Looks like they're going to have a jar carry bomb on Hypnotic's side. Hypnotic making an aggressive push to the middle. So is InHuman. 3 go down. 4 go down. That's the quickest round I've ever seen in Breakout. Oh my goodness. Make that money. Let's go.
What?
Wow.
What?
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 I don't think I've ever seen a flechette
I'm
grenade kill cam.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I looked down at my phone for a second, and I looked back up, and they were all dead.
Jeez.
What
man.
happened? Jeez.
That was incredible. Wow. Let's hop on board with Wire. You got 2 kills that round. He's feeling good. He's got the fists out, rocking that NV4. He's been using it this match overall, so he must feel pretty comfortable with it. Definitely a strong player. As he chucks his flechette grenade to B, it looks like they kind of expected a B push here from InHuman, and they should be countering it pretty well, especially now that B-bomb is kind of exposed a little bit more. I think they might be able to shut this push down.
Man, I'm excited for this. After that first round, I'm curious to see how this goes.
Yeah, and take a look. No one's died yet in this round. I find that unbelievable that the first round went so quick. Let's hop on board with Ajar as he pushes the flank here. Looks like One Shot manages to escape with his life, but Ajar and Chroma are pushing the flank. Let's take a look at Chroma here as he pushes One Shot. One Shot going to manage to stay alive, and he must know that he's getting pushed now. Another kill goes down in favor of InHuman. One Shot should be taken out there by... Yeah, that was a pretty quick kill there. So Ajar pushing the flank. Looks like it's a 1v3 in favor of InHuman. Actually, the bomb is down. InHuman should be able to close out this round. You have players like Obscure and Meaningful up and alive. And I think they did spot Ajar. They're just going to try to stall out time as much as possible.
And there goes the round.
Yeah.
Much better. Much better there by InHuman. Ties it up. Now they have a point to go off of. This is good. But, I mean... You got to question, you know Chroma's going to flank.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, he's basic. He just likes to flank a lot. So...
No, but yeah, you're right. I mean, Chroma flanks a lot.
In all honesty, though, like, from watching him so far these 4 weeks, I always see him flank. And, good teams will pick up on that whenever they do, go head-to-head, so...
Yeah, I just think, well, look at this 4 stack from InHuman. They're all guessing B. And Hypnotic says, no, we're actually A. Ajar picking up a quick kill there on Atomics. And at this point, InHuman is like, we screwed up.
Yeah, definitely a rough point to go off of here. And,
I want to see who we're going to encounter first. It looks like a team break is going to come in from InHuman. If Ajar can catch One Shot as he peeks through the door. It does look like Meaningful tried to slide in upstairs, but Vexic took him out. Obscure is actually going to get the trade there. 3v2. 3v1 in favor of Hypnotic. Last player is going to be One Shot. And Ajar should clean him up over here. But he actually just decides to jump off the map. So,
yeah, I like that move. I really do. It's just safe bet. Doesn't let them get any more points towards their score streaks if they want to plant or kill them. So, good move.
I think one of the things we saw in that round is it really didn't come down to a matter of gunplay. It just came to a matter of who made the better play, or who guessed properly, right? So you saw InHuman 4 stack B, and Hypnotic just went A completely. So it's like even if they did, win their gunfights a little bit, Hypnotic still had the upper hand. They got into A, they had a completely free walkthrough. And as I say that, Hypnotic has a free walkthrough right down the middle of the map. So the team's opting to really stick together here. Hypnotic is completely surrounding A hallway right now, and it looks like they might meet up. Chroma now pushing through towards A, and he might meet up with InHuman now. InHuman pushing through the back. Let's take a look at Atomics, who does have the bomb. He's going to run into Chroma there. Chroma with a nice kill. Let's stay on board with him. Looks like he's just going to get comfy in this corner and wait it out. InHuman probably looking to just wait out a pick here and get a couple of kills. I don't think Hypnotic is going to give it to them, and I think Meaningful realizes that. So Chroma with another kill. He's going to look to get that last one, feeling greedy. But another player on Hypnotic gets it, and Hypnotic is up 3-1 in this search. So looking completely dominant right now against InHuman. And, I mean, this is big, It really is.
It really is. The momentum is totally in their favor. They're playing, aggressive. They're playing like they know they're going to win. And, I think that helps. I think it definitely helps.
Absolutely. I mean, you saw that push just straight up middle last time. Let's stay on board with, actually stay on board with Ajar. 5 kills, and he's got the bomb. But you're right. Like, they're playing confident, and they're playing aggressive and all together, too. So, There's not a whole lot that InHuman can do with him as the trophy defense kicks in there.
I really hope these two teams maybe meet up in the playoffs at some point, and if InHuman's rocking their full team, I want to see how that goes. Because
Atomic's on the flank there, takes out Chroma, then Wired Terror actually cleans him up there. Meaningful with the 2-piece in research. Can he make it 3? He does! Awesome plays there for Meaningful to bring back the momentum into InHuman's favor.
Meaningful, I believe, only had 1 kill going into that round. Now picks up 3. Nice work by him.
Oh, 2 kills, 1 kill cam, and he makes quick work of Wired Terror there to clean it out. That was 3 kills in 1 round. Good job there. But like you were saying, yeah, I mean, it would be nice to see these teams go up against each other in playoffs with the full rosters.
Yeah, and I saw in the chat earlier, Chroma said that Meaningful possibly teamed with these players before, so I think he was trying to, he maybe thought that we might, we were maybe trying to take something away from their first map win by saying that they played together before. But I do think there is, a difference. I think maybe they did play before, but, maybe they didn't play in a while. And when you have a player like Ability and Yerk, who I feel like had a really nice week last week, like, these are some, impact players.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. I mean, it really is different when you come into the league. I think it just kind of changes everything. Even if you have teamed with some of the players before and you have an idea of what you guys like to do, I mean, you had teams talking about it, especially week 1, that nerves are a thing. For a lot of these players, it might be their first time in a casted league. They might just feel the pressure because they know the stats are recorded and rankings are a thing. So, who knows? It just kind of adds a different dynamic to it. So yeah, even though they may have teamed in the past, it's still not the same. So we'll see. I mean, overall though, can't take anything away from Hypnotic. They're looking strong, and they definitely have the round count here. One shot, gonna try to make it even 3-3 as he plants this bomb at B.
I like that. Puts a little pressure. Ooh, he's got a dip. Nice slide. But, ooh, Vexic just catching him there.
Yep, and he's gonna go for the defuse there. 4-3. I'm sorry, 4-2 in favor of Hypnotic here in map 2. So, I know I said InHuman going into this. I thought they were going to take this map. I think Hypnotic is looking unstoppable. Meaningful, yeah, as always, is providing a lot of power for his team. But, I mean, look at this. Ajar has 8 kills. Chroma, Vexic, and Wire Terror all bringing their support to the team. There's just nothing you could do with them at this point. I mean, Ajar has 8 kills, and Obscure and Meaningful together have 8 kills on InHuman. So, I think Hypnotic is looking strong, and I think they will take this if they continue at this rate.
You'd think, but I'm really hoping Meaningful and his squad right here can pull something together. At least, tie it up, make it a little more entertaining than it is. And as I say that, Obscure picking up a 2-piece.
Yeah, great plays there from Obscure. Nice 2-piece, cutting off players in mid, and actually just like that, yeah, InHuman's going to bounce back and take that round win. Let's see if they can use this momentum to kind of bring it back into their favor and win this next offensive round that they're going to go into. Having a little trouble on offense, for sure. But, I mean, especially after that first round that they lost. I mean, they were on defense, but, this is going to be a tough situation for them to kind of, like, regain composure here, but it seems like they did do it in that round. Let's hop on board with, actually, with Obscure, who just got 3 kills, actually, in that round to bring himself up to 7 kills. So we'll see what he can do here as he moves the bomb towards B. It does, however, look like Hypnotic was kind of expecting it. They did send for B. So it will be a team versus team battle here.
Ooh, nice kill by Obscure.
Yeah, that's a big pick, and the pre-fire on the little window there. So let's see if he can stay gunned up. He might be able to get another player. I think he's expecting someone to flank, but, I think, to Hypnotic's credit, they're not going to push flank a second time. I give him credit for that because they know that InHuman's going to expect it, and it's probably not their best bet to do something like that. Chroma using the drop shot a lot lately. I like that for sure. Wire Terror, the last player on Hypnotic, though. Gonna bring it into a 1v2 situation, so that's not bad. Managing to escape some shots there.
Nice pre-fire.
Yeah, a lot of pre-firing coming out. Especially since I think it's search and destroy. You kind of generally know the spots the players are gonna go. The bomb will go down, planted by Meaningful of InHuman Nation. And Wire Terror of Hypnotic is left in a 1v2. Gonna pick off the flank watcher there. That actually is Meaningful, but
Ooh.
Obscure.
Again, something I'm so curious about why people keep doing this. Wire Terror decides to boost away and reload while he's boosted. Like,
That's a great point. Yeah, I mean, his gun was down as he came out of
Wire Terror has his gun up. He could drop you. So that's something, like, I feel like he could have reloaded while behind cover and then, you know, proceeded to head towards the bomb. But,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Let's hop on board with Obscure once more as InHuman brings it back into their favor. I mean, this is good. I like to see this back and forth here. Obscure, you know, with the last kill of that round, he's got 9 kills to his name right now, doing a great job. And I think InHuman completely predicted the movement from Hypnotic here. Take a look at this Scarab coming in. They're going to push it down the hallway. They know a couple of players are there. They see one and actually get the kill on Chroma. Chroma's got to be salty about that. You never want to be taken out by a Scarab. And now Hypnotic is going to opt, it looks like, to kind of rotate back, regain some composure, and then decide what to do here. InHuman, smartly, just kind of fleshed out throughout the map. Have a player on A, a couple players on B. Spread out nicely. Hypnotic, you know, once Chroma died, they had a couple options. They said, hey, either we wrap straight to B and try to go for that plant, or we just hang out a little bit, wait for a pick, and kind of regain some composure. So it looks like they opted with the latter of those two decisions right there. And it looks like just now they're going to just decide to kind of push out and make a move here. So a couple of players pushing on middle. Check out Ajar making some smart moves here. Vexic and Ajar both getting a kill. But then Obscure taking him out. 11 bomb right now.
Time's running out, too. You know, you got to put that bomb down somewhere.
Yeah, but Terror did take out Atomics. I think Wire Terror is going to go put the bomb down right about now. Vexic is still alive, down low. I think Obscure might run into Terror. I don't think Terror...
Ooh.
Yeah, Terror just positioned himself perfectly there to be behind that block and pop out to take out Obscure. So that was a really good turnaround there for Hypnotic. They regained some composure, pushed down the hallway, got the kills when they needed to.
Wire Terror picking up the kill. Jeez. That was, you know, one of those things where it's like the timing, it's just a split second where, you know, we could see him, but, you know, obviously they can't like that. Like, wow.
Yeah, let's actually stay on board with him. He's got 8 kills, and I don't want to take anything away from Ajar. That last round, he got 2 kills while he pushed up mid, so that was definitely a good play as well. But we're in the next round here, and it actually looks like the teams decided to go to opposite ends of the map. This time, Hypnotic pushing for a 4-man flank, so this is a good mix-up here. I like what you're seeing. You know, first round, you sent a flank. The next time, you didn't send a flank, and now you're going to go back to sending a flank again. Kind of keep InHuman guessing, keep them on their toes. Let's take a look at the back player for InHuman here. I think he's going to try to stay waiting for this flank. You have Chroma pushing for mid, who's going to put shots down on Meaningful, but Meaningful coming up with the win there.
Ooh.
One shot, knowing that there's a couple players on flank as the bomb gets planted by Atomics on B, and InHuman is in a great position.
They really
with
are.
a 4v2 to take this round and force a round 11.
They know at least one player is here in the spawn, and they don't know, of course, that both are, but this is a nice spot for them.
Vexic pushing into Little Blue. Gonna get the kill on one shot. That's actually a nice play there, making it a 2v3. Ooh, Atomics being sneaky there. Terror taking him out, actually, making it a 2v2, but with only 13 seconds left, this is going to be really close. And I think Hypnotic really need to be aggressive here. I don't think there's any time left. Nope, looks like there isn't. That should be a win. Meaningful's the last alive, and he will clean up that last kill with ease there. InHuman brought it back. I mean, what was it, like a 4-1 game, a 4-2 game at one point? So they brought it back, and it's 5-5 now.
This is intense. This is a close one. We can see how they can do here. I kind of like the momentum that's coming for InHuman here. We have Meaningful, who's putting together, a pretty good S&D game. He's got 7. Obscure dropping a 12 bomb.
Take a look. He's gonna pop this overdrive, or at least he really should. I mean, it's the payload. It's your last round. I don't think we have an active camo for Hypnotic just yet. Looks like they decided to go with their first round play, the one that ended the round in about 10 seconds. And a good, strong defense here from InHuman. The only thing I can criticize maybe is that they're not watching B, but it looks like they guessed correctly as Hypnotic falls right into this trap. Let's take a look at Atomics right now. Pushes up to Little Room, but he's not able to get that kill. Chroma getting a nice early pick. One shot is going to answer back, but then Wire Terror is going to bring a kill of his own. 2v3 in favor of Hypnotic right now. Bomb going down on A. Players in the back of the map here for InHuman, they just got to be a little bit careful because you have a strong Hypnotic all bunched up, and if you're going to take a gunfight here, you know it's going to be a 1v3 gunfight. So you have to attack together if you're InHuman. Catch one off guard, maybe
I like
by
this
surprise.
move here by Meaningful.
Take a look at the payloads. We have an overdrive. Nice move there by Meaningful. He's got his FTL jump. I think he's going to have to use it. And they got to remember that they have these payloads. I mean, this is the time to use them, if any.
You got to keep an eye on the time, too, you know?
Tricky play from Vexic. Yeah, you're right.
Ooh, that was a nice...
Oh, again,
play.
it goes down without using his payload. And that should do it for Hypnotic here.
You know, I don't think that was the right move there by Obscure, wrapping all the way around with only 20 seconds left on the clock. That was just...
I agree with you. I
Real.
mean, still Obscure,
shame.
14 kills. So a great performance overall, but that is going to be the map. Again, yeah, I kind of disagree with that move a little bit. I think time was of the essence. I think there was a really tricky move there from, I believe, Vexic. I'm not 100% sure. He actually went out to the spawn where the turbine hardpoint is, and he actually completely avoided the players from InHuman as they kind of peeled into A-bomb. So smart play there. It really threw them off guard, and they didn't know where that second player was. They're like, okay, there's one in the little room, but they didn't know where the second player was. Another thing to note, Obscure went all the way around, but the whole time I believe he had his overdrive, and I don't think he used it. Again, Meaningful, I don't think he used his FTL jump. So those payloads could have really come in handy, and I think, you know, maybe they didn't use them to the best of their ability there. But that's the map. Let's talk about it. We're going into map 3 now, Precinct Uplink.
Honestly, I think InHuman... I mean, I think InHuman should have won both maps, honestly, by now. They're just not playing as smart as they should be. And, I mean, Atomic's dropping 2 kills. That really hurts them.
Yeah, that was a rough map right there. I mean, you're right. I think they could be taking these matches. I think right now Hypnotic is just doing it a little bit better. InHuman looks like we already talked about, like the individual skill is pretty much there for the most part. You know, we had an iffy game with the 2 kills there, but maybe just, you know, playing together, really like using their heads, because the whole payload thing, that could have been the make or breaker there. That could have single-handedly won them map 2.
It really could have, and I think it would have too. That's the sad thing.
Yeah.
We'll see though. I'm curious to see how this Precinct Uplink goes. That's what we have up next.
That's something we see a lot of.
And again, you know, I keep going back to the fact that they don't have InHuman doesn't have their full team. I think it was specifically on a Precinct Uplink. We saw Ability have, you know, a good game. It's close range. You know, he moves quickly. He scores and slays out. You know, something like that. We'll see though. We'll see. I think someone like Wired Terror is going to be big for his team here, putting up some big kills, hopefully.
Do take note though, it's on InHuman's host, so I think this is a chance for Meaningful to really kind of pull through here and get a lot of kills, put up a 30+ kill game for his team, and honestly, I think he needs to, you know, to kind of swing this momentum and get his team back in it.
I don't know. Let's see. I'm curious. I want Meaningful to drop 30 bomb. You know, score a couple points too, pick up a couple scrap points. You know, I think InHuman can definitely win the uplink.
Yeah.
You know, it's just rough because Vexic is probably the best player in the league, putting up a great game.
Why do you love Vexic, man?
I don't know. He said I love you in the chat, so I was gonna.
Hey,
I was gonna say that.
love?
I was gonna say that without even acknowledging it. I was just gonna, you know, act like it was normal. But yeah, I don't.
So let's see. I mean, if you're Hypnotic right now, you must be feeling good. You might be saying, "Hey, that came a little too close. Like, let's not, you know, have that happen this time." I bet you they practice Precinct Uplink, especially after, you know, seeing it come up so much. And they obviously, you know, that your map rotation weeks and weeks in advance. I can't imagine that InHuman, with this roster at least, have practiced it together.
No, not at all.
You know?
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I think it's rough. I think InHuman caught, you know, short end of the stick tonight. It was, you know, complications with scheduling, I think, for some of their players. Well, you know, the majority of their players. So they were just like, well, we'll see what could happen.
Yeah.
They're like, you know, you look at that point, they were probably like, you know, you look at Ruse. And now, I don't even know their names. I don't know. Hypnotic. You know, they're a good team. They're sitting at second place. They were like around there, second place, third place. You know, but this game will determine who is in Seoul possession of second place.
Yeah.
So, I think, you know, they're all relatively close skill-wise. No, I'm just curious. I think the playoffs is where it's really going to come down to.
Yeah.
I don't think really, you know, whoever's in second place does get the first round bye, which will be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But if, you know, this team, say Hypnotic does get a second round bye and InHuman does end up getting third place, we could see Hypnotic end up playing InHuman in the semifinals anyway. That could come down to it, so
right.
We'll see. Is that King Ballman in the chat? Former member of Replay Youth, former captain.
No, I feel like you still do the same thing that I do, and like you say, oh yeah, former member of, and there's like a slight hesitation. I do that all the time because again, with the team name changes, I'm like I have to get it right, but I don't want to hesitate too much because I know what team you guys are on. I look at your names for literally hours on end when I'm doing stats. It's not that. It's just when there's so many teams and then there's switches. Sometimes it gets
very high turnover rate.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I just want to make sure the proper team is on UNSA. It looks like it's gonna be InHuman. Yep.
All right.
And we're all set.
You know, even though, like, for teams like Replay Youth, they have a lot of player turnover rate. You know, it's for the better for them. Some teams, you know, players just don't get along. With them, it was more of a, you know, like, I'm pretty sure a group consensus. They were all like, they had an understanding.
Right.
And they put up a great game last Tuesday. On Tuesday. Yeah. That was a good one. And, you know, these teams, InHuman, they're normal for good group, great players. Hypnotic, you know, we see the same names every week from them, so which is nice, you know, when teams can stay together like that. Who are we on? We're on with Vexic right now.
We are.
That's a very... See Vexic's little tag on his gun. That's very fitting, I feel like, for him. I don't know.
Let's give some love to Chroma. I feel like we haven't talked a whole lot about Chroma.
I don't think we need to feed Chroma's ego any more than we already do.
You know what? I agree with you, but I think we're gonna do it now, so that way we show them a little bit of love, and then we gotta spread the love. So interesting breakout here. I think One Shot's just gonna go ahead and grab ball right off the bat, and Meaningful with a couple of quick kills.
Meaningful's coming out of this. He wants to get a map win right here for his team. Ooh, just
coming up short for One Shot. He took one shot and it missed. See what I did there?
Okay.
So 2 points on the board for InHuman with that nice dunk on a follow-up by Atomics, and just a great breakout overall. I think that One Shot with a nice 2-piece there, actually make it a 3 streak. And InHuman showing a fantastic breakout to the map.
Yeah, they're definitely coming out with the energy of, you know, we're going to try to get this map, and then we're going to just take it map by map, you know, hopefully for something. But, slow down a little bit, but still Obscure picking up a kill there.
Wired Terror in middle room. Putting some shots out on One Shot, but Meaningful with another 2-piece. Meaningful is looking pretty strong right now. I would go out on a limb and say he's probably host. But Wired Terror is here trying to answer back, and it looks like he is going to do so. He actually takes out Meaningful, so good for him. Putting some shots down on the catch-up. We've got 3 players from Hypnotic stacked up in middle. They're going to have to get these rotational kills off on InHuman. Wired Terror doing a great job there. Let's take a look at ball. And Ajar is able to get the dunk despite Meaningful's 2-piece and the follow-up kill from One Shot. So great plays there. Let's take a look at One Shot, though. He actually is on ball on the reset, so this could result in some more points.
Ooh,
as Wired Terror puts on a devastating 2-piece against InHuman to clean up and prevent that counter cap. So great job there.
Very rough there. You got to think, if you should have definitely had those points. Let's see what Ajar does here. This could be at least a throw, but he decides to try to go for a dunk and get picked.
Yeah, that's going to be all down for Hypnotic. InHuman feeling strong right now. They got 4 kills, and Meaningful is going to lead the charge here with the ball. Push it through the wall run side, go past the cat. A couple of strong players from Hypnotic pushing from mid right now, but Wired Terror actually goes down, leaving Chroma stranded.
You gotta think, with a player like Wired Terror's gun skill going down, that could hurt. And you see One Shot picking up on Chroma.
Looks like there's a player. It's going to be Atomic's already on ball. He'll make that catch, go for the quick dunk.
That's a nice play.
Despite the chase coming in from a jar there. So, like you said, yeah, really nice play. Good setup. A little bit of teamwork there. Kind of a throwback to Advanced Warfare where you can throw the uplink across the map. And let's see what Hypnotic opts to do here. They actually threw the ball away in hopes of getting a couple of kills. Vexic following up here by the bus, but Meaningful is going to put him to sleep with 9 kills and a 2 streak right now.
I mean, you look, Ajar and Vexic each have 2 kills. As I said, that Ajar picks up a 3rd, but I feel like as a team, InHuman is doing a really nice job right here, just slaying out. And I feel like whenever we seem to spectate them, they pick up kills. You know, as we're spectating, they're picking up kills. But Chroma
there with a nice couple of kills. This could be big if he gets.
Chroma looks like he thought he picked it up and he was going to go for a throw there.
Yeah. A little bit of a hero play, and you definitely need something like that in this type of situation. You're only down by a couple of points. Maybe you would have liked to see him go for those kills first, but overall, good attempt there by Hypnotic. Just no dice.
No dice. This is going to be huge.
Smart
right
move
here.
there from Skier. Taking that ball out of mid. You saw a few players from Hypnotic pushing in. Meaningful is going to pick up that drone and try to push it wall run side.
This could be huge right here if they get a couple picks, but
Wire Terror coming from behind. Wire Terror just melts and snaps onto targets with the NV4. He's got to know that players are going to be up here in this upstairs kind of art gallery. Taken out by Atomics. Atomics watching the hallway here. And Human might get this push. Check out Chroma going for the dunk, and a great play there.
You got to be beating yourself up there if you're InHuman. There's no reason why Chroma should have scored that. You see, the Wire Terror really carrying his team in the kill department. And you could probably say the same for Meaningful, even though One Shot's having a good game for himself.
Yeah, Meaningful is getting himself plenty of kills. Definitely a big factor there for InHuman. And like you said, Wire Terror as well for Hypnotic. That's why you see such a tight game here. But overall, good points there coming up from Chroma and Ajar in the first half for Hypnotic. And 2 dunks for Atomics on InHuman. So that's going to actually finish up the first half here unless Atomics can get a last-minute throw. Let's see what they can do. They do have 1 player on ball. And that's going to be it. You see the same play over and over. The quick pass and the dunk. So nice last-second points there for InHuman. Let's see if Hypnotic can kind of take a page out of that book right there and bring that into the next round here. I just realized I didn't misspell Hypnotic. I apologize, guys. Made it Hypnotic.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my bad there. Good rounds. Take a look at the kills here. Meaningful with 15 and Wire Terror with 16 as we move into the next round. The next half, rather.
Who are we going to hop on board with here? I'm thinking either Wire Terror or Meaningful.
Yeah, I think Wire Terror, you know, Hypnotic is down by 2 points right now. They got to prove something. They got to come back a little bit.
Is it me or does it look like Wire Terror is just moving faster than everybody else? I feel like his movement is so crisp.
Yeah, he's looking electric out there, and it's definitely paying off for him. One shot, picking up the ball. Looks like InHuman is looking really strong as they move this ball up. You got Wire Terror and Vexic going to peek this alleyway here and try to apply some pressure and counter One Shot's movement with the ball. He is going to go down. Wired Terror's, he's got 18 kills right now.
Yeah, if my memory has served me correctly, I believe Wired Terror picked up a pair of Astro A50s or something just this last week. So I think this might be his first league match with the new headset. And that might be why he's tearing it up.
There you go.
I know he was so happy about his headset that he kept saying was coming in the mail.
Hey man, headset means everything, you know?
Yeah.
Meaningful. Aim downside here over by the ball, trying to get a couple of picks before advancing with his team. He's going to go down at the hands of Wired Terror. That's actually 2 kills. 20 bomb coming in for Wired Terror there as Vexic picks up a kill himself on a 2 streak. He'll be pushing this ball up. Going to run into some contention.
Should at least get a throw off, but he throws it short. Should have aimed higher. But nice recovery here by InHuman.
Yeah, absolutely. Atomics pushing up the wall run side with his team. You have a player like Wired Terror coming back again on the respawn, laying down some shots. Actually took out Meaningful. So it's going to halt this push here that InHuman was trying to make. However, Hypnotic can't just be in the business of halting aggressive pushes right now. They have to make their own pushes.
Ooh, nice turn on there.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day. Atomic's giving the turn and burn to Wired Terror.
And the thing is, I feel like Hypnotic has been having some really nice stretches where they've been dropping a ton of kills, but the momentum, I feel like their momentum, nothing's really swinging in their favor. They're not capitalizing on that. where they'll put 2 or 3 guys down on Human, and they still don't score the uplink. So I'm curious to see what happens right here. You know, Atomic is gonna run into somebody. He runs into Wired Terror.
Yeah, but look at the position that this puts Wired Terror in. I mean, I think InHuman is completely out of position for this.
There should be a score.
Oh, I don't know if that was the right idea. They're going for the dunk.
He definitely could have gotten a throw off. You know, the problem was that whoever killed him, maybe Meaningful, just came onto screen right while he was in the air, really. So you can't really blame Wired Terror for that.
Take a look at One Shot with the beatdown. He actually caused tons of terror up there in the Hypnotic spawn, allowing this movement to even be possible right now. Let's see if Meaningful can capitalize on it. The reset there on the armor.
Great job by Meaningful, and the dunk.
And I want to give credit to One Shot there. That entire play was possible because of the movements that he made in the Hypnotic spawn. A couple kills, one of them actually being a melee attack, completely opened up the window for Meaningful to get that dunk. So great plays by both One Shot and Meaningful there. And a nice team effort by InHuman to get those extra points. Hypnotic beating themselves up right now because, I mean, they could have had 5 points on the board. And, you know, might not seem like much, but it always means something in uplink. It could be a game of just 1 point.
There should be a score here, too.
Looks like he's going to hang out just a little boost. Oh, he does. Yeah, ran out of boost there, but good job by Hypnotic to kind of make the comeback there, get the counter capture. Wired Terror with a 2-piece, and it looks like Ajar is going to be a little bit sneaky here. Try to get it out. Take a look, though. Vexic is still on the uplink. He's going to be getting these cutoff kills, but, I mean, look at the positioning here. You got to take a look at Obscure. Obscure, again, opening up the plays there, and they're going to go for the reset.
That's smart reset there.
I think what happened there was, you know, some members from InHuman just got a pretty good spawn. They were able to cut off that ball rotation, and now look what it's resulting in. Ooh, Vexic with a quick 2-piece there. Wired Terror with a follow-up of his own, so they're actually able to shut down that counter. And this is it right here. This is going to be a big push with less than a minute left, and Hypnotic down by 2 points. They need to make an aggressive push here. Check their corners. Take their time because a minute is a long amount of time. But it looks like they're just going to run directly into the gun of One Shot. One Shot with the 3-piece. And I got to give it to One Shot. I think he's the MVP of this map right here for InHuman. Amazing plays coming around like all over the place for him. I mean, and at the best times too. Meaningful with the 2-piece right there. This should be points for InHuman.
Ooh, especially popping the camo.
Yeah, I mean, One Shot is just on fire right now, following the plays of Meaningful and Obscure and Atomics on his team to make the plays that are necessary to get the win here. InHuman, 10-6, they're taking the uplink over Hypnotic. And let's see, what does that put our series at right now? I believe 2-1.
2-1 in favor of Hypnotic.
Wow.
Currently.
Yeah, I mean, I do apologize. There were a couple of plays that happened there so quickly that I wasn't able to capture. You know, on that last push, I was trying to get on board with Hypnotic as they, you know, they were the team with something to prove there. But 3 players just ran into the gun of One Shot, and I would have loved to capture that. But overall, fantastic plays. One Shot, I'm sorry that I wasn't getting those plays for you. I know you made a couple of awesome plays, and we do recognize that. But 30 kills, man, that's big. Wired Terror put up 33 of his own on Hypnotic, but it just wasn't. He wasn't able to secure the win there. So InHuman putting themselves on the scoreboard, taking 1 map in the series. Hypnotic has 2. There's an update available. The game will now restart. Why do they do an update in the middle of Breakout League?
Because they care.
Alrighty, so I guess we're getting an update, guys.
I think we should play some EX for them.
I think we should play some EX. In fact, I think we should just quit Breakout League, and I think we should play. I think we should just play some Super Mario Party or something.
That's stupid.
So are you. Hey guys, we're back. Go ahead, it's all yours. Feel free. Take the thing. I'm just gonna try to get us back into the lobby. It looks like the update was like 2 seconds. Ooh. Update requires restart. Okay.
We're just gonna sit on this screen for now.
Okay, sounds good.
Those who would trade our freedom for the soup kitchen of the welfare state have told us they have a utopian solution of peace without victory. They call their policy accommodation. And they say if we'll only avoid any direct confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love us. All who oppose them are indicted as warmongers. They say we offer simple answers to complex problems. Well, perhaps there is a simple answer. Not an easy answer, but simple. If you and I have the courage to tell our elected officials that we want our national policy based on what we know in our hearts is morally right. We cannot buy our security, our freedom from the threat of the bomb, by committing an immorality so great as saying to 1 billion human beings now enslaved behind the Iron Curtain, give up your dreams of freedom, because to save our own skins, we're willing to make a deal with your slave masters. Alexander Hamilton said a nation which can prefer disgrace to danger is prepared for a master and deserves one. Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war, but there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender.
All right, guys, we're back. So everything's good to go. We got everybody in the lobby. We can actually leave the music on a little bit. And we're all set to move into map 4. It's going to be a Scorch hardpoint. Players selecting their teams.
We're waiting on Hypnotic.
Waiting on Chroma, as always.
Shocker. I remember, like, in the first couple weeks, too. Like you said, people are getting better now showing up on time. We're like, we'd be like, oh yeah, 7 o'clock start.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 7:05 or whatever, 7:07. And I'd hit up Chroma, like, where are you? Oh, we're finishing up our scrim right now. I'm like, okay.
We love you, Chroma.
Not that much. Vexic, though.
I love all the players.
Vexic.
I love you guys.
I mean, who else? Young Gingy got mad that I didn't recognize him earlier.
What's up, Young Gingy?
Because I saw King Ballman, and then Young Gingy was like, you forgot about me.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Young Gingy.
Scorch hardpoint, guys. Let's get right to it. Do me a favor and hit the music. And hit us up with those comments. Beautiful. Okay, actually, you know what we could do? We could put this up, because I only did it for Hypnotic side accidentally.
Okay.
Ooh, who's not connected right now?
One of the Ren.
One of the InHuman members?
Yeah. Atomic? No,
It's
wait,
one
Atomic
shot.
is in. One shot.
Yeah, one shot's not in. I can't imagine that they're going to start it up man down, right? I mean, it's Hypnotic's host, so...
One shot just connected. It's
Okay, so it looks like he's coming in. They're opting to just play it out. Let's get on board with Vexic here. As InHuman pushes, or rather Hypnotic pushes into the middle hill. So Hypnotic looking pretty strong so far. I mean, the last map, what do you think kind of went wrong there?
For InHuman, I just think they were playing... Like, they weren't capitalizing on when they had multiple people down on the other team. I just feel like they really didn't capitalize. This is a nice job for them, though, right here. They're kind of running away with the center hard point. But,
Yeah, InHuman getting 1 second on hill.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like I said, I said on Tuesday, I feel like 2 far hard points are really the ones that make or break this game. So the second and the third hard points, I feel like, are the most important ones. So we'll see.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, once you see that, like right here, when he goes to the back turbine hill, this is a big hill that you just have to hold. You see Vexic coming around the corner there, kind of alone. So Meaningful's going to take him out. And it just looks like a pretty dominant hill right here for InHuman, which is really exactly what you need to see them do, especially when they're at, you know, down like a 30-point deficit right here. You know, Hypnotic has a great first hill. And now, you know, you're looking at InHuman. They got to mount their comeback here, so.
Obscure doing a really nice job of just staying alive, honestly. Staying alive and just staying on the hill, helping his team out.
Yeah, it looks like he's been that kind of heart of the hill player. Take a look at this spot, though. This is the spot I wanted to show you the other day. Looks like Meaningful's making use of it here. Obscure picking up a couple of kills on Hill. He's on a 6 streak actually right now. He probably is going to want to preserve that.
Ooh.
And it looks like, yeah, it looks like he got ran up on there.
Again, that was it's still contested. Now it's in favor of Hypnotic, but that was a lot of valuable time there for InHuman.
Yep.
And looks like they should have this hard point. Wide Terror breaking it.
Chroma managing to stay alive through that gunfight there. And yeah, like you said, a nice break there coming in from Hypnotic. Maintaining their lead of about 20-30 points. This is it right here, what Meaningful is doing, this long flank. I think Wire Terror is kind of predicting it a bit.
Yep.
Let's see if Obscure can kind of follow up and take out Wire Terror. He did see him, but of course, Terror just looking dominant overall. And, you know, when you're in position on this hill, if you can prevent that kind of rotation and flank from even happening, I don't think they're going to break your hill, you know?
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny, good to see Ajar, who last map on the uplink, I think only had 13 kills, honestly, and he has 12 already. So, nice to see that. He's really, you know, putting Hypnotic on his shoulders this map.
Yeah, Jar with 13 kills, and he's on a 2 streak right now. He just got a couple in the mech room right there. Gonna push through mid, and it looks like his team has a pretty good setup on site. You got players like Chroma and Vexic here already. Ajar is gonna join them, and it looks like InHuman is really stacking little blue right here.
Ooh, nice
Not
kill
into
there
the
by
Atomics.
Atomics. And again, someone, you know, Vexic, who I feel like, you know, isn't necessarily like a huge standout week in and week out, is having himself a nice match tonight. I feel like, you know, on the respawn games, he put up at least 20 kills both times, and I feel like his S&D was pretty good as well. So, you know, nice to see him having a really good week.
Agreed, yeah. I mean, it just looks like Hypnotic has really found a nice balance right now. Although we do see a team break coming in from InHuman, overall, Hypnotic just playing really well as a team right now. Everyone's kind of performing their own role. You know, Chroma only 6 kills, but I'm sure he's offering call-outs and things like that to his team right now. And, of course, it's still early in the game. So, Hypnotic just having a great team kind of game right now, and a team kind of play.
Yeah, and, you know, InHuman's looking a little shaky. They are all killing, you know, fairly well, but you look at Ajar, he's already, you know, far away with 22 kills. He's running away with the kill title this match. And, you know, he can maybe even put up a run for most kills in a single game if they stop, you know, getting points on the hard point.
Take a look at all the players, all the blue in the hill right now. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see if you're Hypnotic. 20, and like you said, yeah, 22 kills. I mean, jeez. Let's see if you can extend that to 50. What are we, halfway? All right, a little more than halfway through, actually. But, I mean, look at this difference. That's a 120-point difference right now between these two teams. And InHuman really has to make something happen here. You have your players like One Shot who really, you know, went big on the uplink. 10 kills now, it's fair, but you need some explosive plays for sure.
Yeah, it's nice to see, you know, Ajar 23 kills right now, Wired Terror with 13, even Vexic right there behind him with, oh, he actually has 13 now himself. And Atomics, somebody on the other team, only has 8 kills. Ooh. You gotta think, as you say, he gets picked off. Like, you need to step up here if you're InHuman. This hardpoint is huge. The Turbine hardpoint is, in my opinion, probably the biggest one. And I like this move right here that Meaningful just did, the running top on that wall.
Yeah, this is a good break right here. That sprint that we just saw Meaningful do was a little risky, but he had his teammates there to back him up, and that's a nice take for InHuman. They're going to get some good time off that. I don't think that Hypnotic is going to actually push it. Instead, in fact, I think they're going to rotate back here, try to get control of this next hill.
So Wired Terror go over here last rotation.
Yeah, and Obscure said, hey, you can't fool us twice in a row, you know?
Exactly. So here they're going to break this. They have this down pretty well. It looks like they should get control here of this hangar. But we'll see.
You got to be careful of this push from Ajar coming from behind. Overall, just a dominant team break there from Hypnotic, and I really don't know what happened. I think their front line of defense kind of fell apart. They only sent one player on the back flank, and you know, InHuman's defense there of holding the hill just kind of crumbled.
Nice moves here by Chroma. They're all posted up very well. You know, they're going to get a ton of time here. Not enough to win, but it'll put them really close if they could hold this. And as I say that, you know, they're just, well, now there's some contention, but this all this time that they're just racking up. And I think you need a good team break for that. And for a team that has 3 subs, and you know they maybe haven't played like so much together recently, or maybe not even on this game, you know, this is rough.
And as we said, that Chroma is going to pick up a nice 2-piece. And both teams are kind of working on their rotation here. Ajar on site is actually going to make quick work of Atomics.
With his, he has 30 kills now. He kind of cooled off a bit, but still putting together a really nice game.
That's one of those situations you do not want to die. You take a look, we got 3 players from InHuman, all pushing in now, and only Ajar here on hill. But Wired Terror calling in the airstrike, actually getting a couple of nice kills off it, and I don't know, I think Hypnotic might be able to bounce back and close the game out right here. Look at the positioning of InHuman, they're funneling into the hall, and that should do it. With 3 seconds left on the hill, Hypnotic is going to take map 4 and win the series against InHuman. Jeez.
Nice. And you know, one thing I like to note, again, just like last hardpoint, 4 members all had over a minute on the hardpoint, just like the first map. Wired Terror with over 2 minutes on the hardpoint. Like, nice to see him, you know, aside from slaying out, putting up some nice time on hill. But, yeah, good team game all around.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, nothing really you could say there. InHuman looked strong in the beginning,